Hey, how's it hanging, man? Did you like that? Hey, is that a good opening line? Hey, how's it hanging? Anyway, my name's John Wright, and my dad was legendary D.B. Cooper, and I built a bowling alley in Morton, Washington with the hijackers' money. That was something. Everybody else wasn't around when the wood come for that bowling alley and stuff, except me and just a couple people. No one wanted to be there, but I actually uncovered the wood and stuff for my dad. My dad sent me right out there, uncover that wood. We started building with that thing, and it just was something. Hey, overnight we had a bowling alley financed, and it came from the hijackers' money. My dad told me that the money was stolen, and he told me, if you look around California, you'll find me. And I sure did. I found pictures of him and another picture that looked just like his brother-in-law, side by side. Wanted pictures for the Zodiac. Well, there you go. And by the way, the Zodiac ended up being biblical. And by the way, I had a book, shake in my hand, and the keys dropped right out. And that happened right here in Camas, Washington at 1007 Camas, Washington, on 7th Street. It's right there next to the park. They cut all the trees down around it, the new owners and stuff. There used to be great big trees around it. And, I know the owner, Barbara Donoho. I know Susan Donoho. I knew Mike, and I met Kathy and the family members, like that. And the grandchildren and, the in-law, whatever. So anyway, and the son of Donaho, Susan, the mighty Donaho. Anyway, I should get her on YouTube and stuff and make her feel good about herself a little bit, because you know what? She's really a good person. She just needs a little bit of a break. And you know what the break is she needs a place to be. Well, she'll probably find a place. She's a very determined young woman, I know that. And she stands out away from other people. A lot of people like to lean on Susan because Susan gets the job done. There's a lot of good things that Susan does. And her family always leaned on Susan to get the job done. But at the end of the day, her family was a lot like my family. They always leaned on me to get the job done. And by the way, her family screwed her, and you guys know what the thing is with mine, because I've already talked about the past. I don't want to go there, but it saddens me when other people get treated like such a thing, and they're not treated fairly, and they're bitter, and they act out, and things happen. And by the way, a lot of people don't get over things. And there's a way to get over things. And the thing is to man up to what people have done to that person. And that person has to just get it over with and say, hey, this is what's happened. This is what's happened. And these people can't live up to it, but they'll still abuse you in the process of it. And it happens to them. And even if they're not in your life no more, you always know that there's this feeling of, look what they've done to you, and how bitter a person is. Me, I couldn't give a fuck no more, because I have the Holy Father in my life, and I always have. And it's so easy for me to say la vie on a whole bunch of things. I mean, Jesus Christ, have a nice day. Sneezes. It's actually Yahweh HaMessiah. It was, the Y was there, J was it 2,000 years ago, although it may be silent, whatever the thing is, a watered down version. And when I say it, people say, well, that's the name. Well, that's the real name, or that's closer to the real name. But I don't believe that it was Jesus. And if you pick up the King James Version of the Bible today, hey, you know what? You'll get in favor with the Holy Father, and the Holy Father will start working in your life. It's just that easy. You just can't stop the Holy Father. Once he opens the door to your life, you're going to be there. You're going to want to be a part of it. You know, have you ever wanted to be a part of something that's not a cult? Hey, the relationship with that you have with the Holy Father, you know, I guess it does have something to do with the Holy Father's Son. I never thought of myself that way. You know, I guess that's something that I have to come to grips with too, because I'll tell you what, it's probably a thing that comes to grips with you too, but you know what? I had the key fall out in my lap. How could I goddamn deny it? Would you like me to deny it just to make you fucking happy? To say that this guy's a liar. But I'll tell you what, the key did drop into my lap. I walked from 1007th Street, Camas, down to the mill, the paper mill that's the Georgia Pacific, and I threw the keys into the water. And when I threw them, I said, anything worth having's worth working for. And I threw them. And the key was a regular key on a little chain, and it was hooked to like a house. It was shaped like a house, and it was red, and it was like, you know, like a half an inch thick, and it was like maybe you know, it slipped right through the Bible and into my lap. And I swear it's the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. I have a cut underneath my arm. I have cuts on my feet, lymphangiogram, and this was from a jar of marijuana seed that got crashed in the side of me when I laid down my bike. And I laid down my bike so I wouldn't hit it into a friend. It's better that a brother lays down his life for another. And say, what can I say? God uses people in amazing ways. It's like Nineveh. Now look, Nineveh, that man did not want to, Jonah, did not want to go to Nineveh. He did everything not to go to Nineveh. They're kind of like me. You know, I want to do everything except the right thing. And I was like, oh, you know, I could just see how it is. And to know more about Jonah, you pick up the Bible and you start reading it. I don't need to start telling you the story, even though I know it very well. You know, he ended up in the belly of a fish, probably a giant whale, taken out, spewed up on the shores of Nineveh. And you know what? Prophecy was fulfilled. Just like prophecy's been fulfilled with me and even Donald J. Trump. Hey, it's the yin and the yang. The Antichrist versus the Lord. And guess who lost? Donald Trump did. And you guys have a wonderful day. I got my RV slip. I come and go as I please. I get to charge up my thing. I got to wash my vehicle there. I get to clean it, whatever. I stay there if I want. I could go any place I want. I'm a licensed vehicle. I might go up to the gorge. Jesus Christ, just because I rented that today don't mean I have to stay up there tonight. And by the way, I was thinking about going up there and staying at a goddamn state park. Fuck, for the price that I paid for that, I'd go any place. Oh, and I decided I'm not building out there. I'm just going to pull in there, charge up my stuff, and come and go as I please. And maybe I'll go hunt from there. Maybe I'll find a different place to live before I pay rent next month. Isn't that goddamn nice? But I got my own RV slip, and if I do need a place to go, I'll just go out there and stay. If not, I'll go out there and dump my RV. I've been banded from RV dump over here. Goddamn them, $700 fucking dollars. Don't you think I owe? I owe them to chew their ass out over that. Oh, by the way, I got power up there, and I can wash my vehicle and all that good stuff. I mean, Jesus Christ, I have no problem with having a place to go and charge up my stuff as I need to. Well, I charge it up right here on my solar system too. But what I've done here is just great. I mean, I could have internet and power 24/7 now. It's just really nice. So the little $300 upgrade I did, just, you know, it works. Anyway, thank you for your time. You have a great day. It's Sunday and it's 3:00 p.m. And there's an Xfinity truck. Isn't that something, that Xfinity truck comes down here all the time when I'm down here? My sister Patty was saying that it's Xfinity. You know. It might be a lot of businesses that are against people, but I sure do know that Walmart deserves to have its door closed for turning the bathrooms, switching it one way, then switching it to the other at a different location like this, so it just keeps people confused all the time. And that's exactly what they want to do, to overthrow the United States of America. So you guys have a nice day, and think about what I said, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.